Okay, I'm back, you guys. Um, I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand the StreamYard. I'm still having problems working it, but I just started. I just started learning how to do this. I'm not really trying to do all of this. StreamYard is very hard to deal with. Is not giving me what I want to give. But once again, I'm coming back to tell my story about everything that's really going on in this sector because I'm tired of being painted as a villain. I'm tired of being treated as if I'm just a person who records everything and tries to cause problems and I'm just a mess starter and all this and that. This is not what this is. Um, what initially happened with all of the messages and everything is this started a long time ago. I'm not the type of person who records everybody like they're trying to say. I'm the type of person that if you send me a message or you do some stuff like that, I'm I'm just not going to erase it. So my receipts are usually kept forever. Um, I didn't want to be on here with a lot of people. I just wanted to be able to get all this out and talk about what I needed to talk about because the truth is the truth, a lie is a lie, and we all make mistakes. Initially, when I met Rosetta, it was a long time ago. I met Rosetta through Trigger TV, and I considered Rosetta to be my friend. I didn't know it was. Um, we got kind of in the group with IHOP and them, and we were all kind of talking. When IHOP kicked me out of the group because they said I may record, I may have a screenshot, I may have something, that's when everything started. Illis didn't like me. She sent me a message for Cleo saying that it's illegal for me to record stuff. If I have recordings and I play anything, I was going to be arrested and all kind of stuff. She was very angry with me. So I didn't get it, but I did try to explain my situation to her. However, when you try to talk to somebody that does not like you, there's just no way that they're going to listen to you or say anything. Hey, Danny Lynn, how you doing? How you feeling, beautiful? I'm just up here telling my story, Danny Lynn. I'm a little nervous, so if you want to come up, you can. I may need a little support. Um, I don't. Um, I may need a little support. I'm going to type in the drop the link. But can you hear me good? Am I okay? Because I just want to make sure I got everything going on. Initially, um, that was where the illest beef started. Okay, good. She didn't like me because of Cleo, Tremaine, and they didn't. I have another live open. Oh Lord. Okay, well, I'm just gonna finish this one, and I'll go back and close that one because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm scared to come out of here because this live might end. I tried to get it back into stuff, but I don't know. This is just it's just weird. I'll go back and close it and delete it later, but this is the one I'm trying to get through. Okay, so back to the story. What I was saying is like she didn't initially like me. So fast forward to coming back. When I finally came back to YouTube, um, Ellis and Rosetta contacted me together so that me and Rosetta could talk again. I wasn't quite aware of all the situations that happened when I wasn't on YouTube, so I was willing to be friends and listen. My first initial contact with Illis, she gave me a reading about my son. She told me that my son had been beaten by the 5 and that they hurt him and this, and that. But the reason why I didn't accept it is because I felt like she was really just trying to put a thought in my head because I saw the video of what happened to my son, and that didn't happen. I was also told that Coy had a crush on her. Um, it was just a bunch of little messy stuff. So I really just didn't really want to talk to her like that. However, Rosetta did call me several times with Illis on a three-way. Um, said several things to my kid, to my daughter, that I thought was inappropriate and other stuff. I'm trying to breathe through this, Danny. Am I doing good? 'Cause I'm trying to breathe through this because I am so nervous and I am hurt. People, you have to understand when you lose a child, it's a traumatic event. So for somebody to put 10 on 20, to add to the fact, to put a thought in your head that your child may have been beaten upon that, which no mother, I'm trying, I am Danny. No mother wants to think that about their child. So I kind of just fell back from Illis. You know, her and Rosetta got into it. Illis got mad at me. She had instantly blamed me for it. I'm putting things in Rosetta's head when I was the one who told Rosetta to apologize to Illis because I thought she went too far, and I just thought Illis might have been having a bad day. So after that, we kind of all never talked. Fast forward to currently. So currently, I'm back. They're doing lives. We're on panels together. Illis is saying that I was talking over her, and this is why she's mad at me. She feels like when I go on panels, I speak over her. I interrupt what she's saying, and this, and that. Um, we have been on panels together, but Illis mics mess up a lot. So when there's dead air, I just thought I was filling in the dead air until she came back. I didn't know that she thought I was talking over her. So going on Caddy's live, the day that Rosetta ran up on the live, and they were kind of disrespectful. I don't know why you guys are doing this live if you don't know the story. I was there for the whole story. I watched Mills complete an entire live. So, and then Illis got on there, and she was obviously upset. She was screaming, "Lexi, you let me talk. You always talk over me. All this and that." I apologized several times. I told her I was sorry. I didn't realize that I was doing that. And if she had anything she needed to say, that she could do that. Um, I did not mean to talk over Illis. Hey, Rich. I didn't mean to talk over her. So I apologized, and I apologized. But Illis gave me her behind to kiss. She told me she didn't believe me. She said I did it on purpose. She was being very aggressive, and I just thought maybe she would just get over it. But she never did. Some people never get over things and they drag stuff out. So now, when I'm going into chats, when I'm going into lives, when I'm on people's panel, she's in chats dropping nasty little things about me. She's in on the lives saying things in people's on their chats and everything, just saying little nasty things like she said I lied about this extortion video. She said it wasn't extortion, it was blackmail. To me, that's semantics. You know good and well what you were insinuating. I told Breezy with the Fro that they gave Illis a blackmail video for me. And that's what they did. That's what she says they did. And at this point, she seems to be so angry with me. I'm even questioning if that video came from Jedi and Cleo. She sent me this video where they were disrespecting my son. Hey, Rich, I love you, hon, and thank you, sweetheart. They were disrespecting my son. They were disrespecting me. I didn't watch it. What does she do? She gives it to Trees. Now, I'm sure Illis thought Trees was going to post it, but that's not what Trees did. Trees respectfully asked me, did I want to see this video? I said no. So it never got played or anything like that. However, she did have the video. So I was confused when I got onto in Mel's chat and said, this happened to me. And Illis told Breezy, well, Breezy said, I'm sorry, Lexi. And Illis told Breezy it was a lie. Yeah, she sent it to, I don't know who she sent it to first, but I know she sent it to Trees. And when I got on Trees' panel, Trees already had the video. So if they have a blackmail video, you knew that they had it. So when I said it to Breezy, why would you then commence to say it's probably a lie? And I'm confused because we're talking in chats. This is what you wanted to say, but not back chats in people's live chats because I'm in nobody's secret chat. Hi, Lisa. I'm in nobody's secret chat. I don't do all that. After the chat with IHOP, I'm good. It was bad, so I wasn't interested in that. But not only is she doing that, she's talking to Rosetta, calling me demons and all kind of stuff. And the only reason I know is because Rosetta's calling me, telling me to be quiet, and I'm hearing Illis saying all this about me. She's repeating personal information about my child and her situation. Um, People don't understand grieving is a process. And it's very hard for a 14-year-old to lose her brother, who was her best friend. And she does have some depression, and I do as well. I'm very sad. And my son's birthday is coming up in a few days. So I want to clear this up so I don't have to continue to go through it. Did I record what? Well, did I record what, Rich? What I have is the screenshots from where she was in Mel's chat throwing shade. I do have that. I also have the screenshots from where she was saying she called me a bald headed whatever and said I need to worry about my teenage daughter. The reason how I know she sent that for me is because when we went for the peace treaty with Danny Lynn, she apologized to me for talking about my daughter. But if you weren't talking about my daughter, then why would you apologize to me for doing that? Because you did. And then I started getting angry with her when she was dropping all that stuff. Yeah, I was trying to tell we the people and Caddy, because they're supposed to be my friends. Look at what they're doing to me. Do you see um, all this other stuff and that they're doing? So I was getting very mad about the whole situation. Um, it was really bad. I knew that Rosetta was talking with Illis because Illis had information about me and my child that she shouldn't have. And my problem is, why are you guys talking about my kids? If you want to talk about me, then go ahead. But why are you talking about my children? So when we talked on the peace treaty, because I'm like, I don't want to be arguing with Illis. I didn't go running, forcing Danny Lynn to, and crying, please go get Illis because she has me blocked. No, that's not what happened. That is a lie. Um, Danny didn't like all the mess. Danny is a peaceful person. So she wanted to illustrate a peace treaty. Um, I also asked her, I'm like, okay, well, I don't really want to fight with Illis because I just felt like it was Rosetta telling Illis stuff that was making her mad at me. So then we did the peace treaty. We're not going to fight. We're not going to argue. We're not going to do this. And the very day that we did the peace treaty, she was in there trying to start stuff with Kat and me um, about a conversation that we all had, me, Rosetta, Kat, and Coy. To my understanding, Kat denied the situation, but we know how Kat is. She's a liar. She denies stuff when she doesn't want to get caught. And I thought that was strange because if we have a peace treaty, why are you still going around trying to collect information and everything? We're just supposed to let it go. So after that, I realized, look, no matter what she says, she just doesn't like me. She has a personal thing against me. I didn't have anything against her. I even posted all of the stuff, that all the apologies that I gave to Illis. We were on panels after that. Very, I made it a point to make sure that I wasn't talking over her, because I didn't do that on purpose, and I didn't appreciate how she came at me. But yet and still, when I'm not talking about her, because keep in mind, did I have a conversation? Um, did I have a conversation? You were eavesdropping on? Did I have a conversation that I was eavesdropping on with what, Rich? I'm not. Oh yeah, no, Rosetta. I explained that earlier, I guess, before you came in. Rosetta was calling me. She added me into a call, and Illis was going off, calling me demon bees, crazy ladies, and all kind of stuff. Still, meantime, in between time, if we're on a panel, she's speaking to me. Hey, Lex, da 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 da. But the whole time she's in the background talking a bunch of mess about me with Rosetta. No, I didn't record that conversation. I wasn't even prepared to record the conversation, and I wouldn't have recorded the conversation because Rosetta called me. At the time, Rosetta was my friend. So I wouldn't record a conversation from me and Rosetta, even though it was about Illis talking a bunch of mess about me. But like I said, I do have screenshots where she's, my saying stuff about my teenage daughter. I do have um, where she was saying I better worry about my teenage daughter, saying that I was lying about this blackmail video and all of that. Fast forward to me talking to Trees about Rosetta. Um, did I? So talking to I told Trees, I asked Trees, and we all know that is intuitive. I was asking her about the nursing license process, if you could have licenses in more than one state, or could you have a license in another state and work in one state without it being transferred. I was just asking questions because by now I'm curious. I knew she had lied about her nephew because she told me she flew. Well, jumped on the panel and said she flew. She also said she drove, and she dropped. Um, well, they can say if I had a recording, honey, I would have played that because it would have show busted Illis out for being a hater towards me. So if I recorded it, why wouldn't I put it out there? For sure, I would have put that out there. And even when I did call Illis, Illis is trying to say that I called her and I was mad because she didn't answer. But I'm confused about that because if you didn't answer, how would you know I was mad? I wasn't mad because Illis didn't answer the phone. I wasn't calling her for that reason. We had a conversation about KY, and it was and striking her, and that is what I called her for, to tell her about that. I didn't call her and say that, oh, she was mad. We had made a peace treaty, so I was trying to help her strike back KY. And if I could at any point be assistance to her getting her channel back, that's what I wanted to do. So to put in that I'm maliciously doing some stuff is ridiculous. Now, after all this jumped off and I was on Tree's panel and was talking to Trees, never once did I mention Illis's name at all, period. But Illis had it in her mind, a preconceived notion that I was talking bad about her to um, Trees' chat or on a live. I later find out that Danny, how many times did you? I only called her once, and I do have a screenshot for that. I only called her once. I didn't call her several times. I only called her once. When she didn't answer, she didn't answer. People have a life. People are busy. I figured she would just get back at me because once again, my little naive, dumb self didn't think it was a problem until later on. I find out that it's a problem. So I did call her only one time to talk to her about that. After we did the trees panel or whatever, and then she was getting mad, saying all this different stuff in people chats. What she doesn't understand is when you belong to more than one chat, people are going to talk. So they're screenshotting me pictures of her saying stuff about me. They're giving me information of her saying stuff about me. I'm still not engaging with that because I'm like, girl, whatever. So I know it got to be upsetting to Danny Lynn. So I want to get clear of the lies that this did not happen. When she was on the panel, on We the People's panel, and we had the cousins talk, she said herself that she wanted to get her lick back. Even though Danny Lynn told her I wasn't on the panel talking about her, she wanted to get her lick back. So that's why she was posting about my kids or saying things about my kids. But it was over a situation that she had in her head. And she also said she didn't see me talking about her anywhere. Somebody had told her that. So I thought it was Rosetta just telling her stuff, trying to get stuff started. So I'm like, oh gosh, Rosetta is putting stuff in her head. So when we're on that panel and she says, yeah, I was saying stuff, initially she denied it. I never said anything about your kids. And then when Danny was like, no, yes, you did. I heard you. You said something about her kids. And she also apologized to me and said she wasn't going to do that again. Then once she got on the panel, she began denying it. And when she realized that she was busted, she said, okay, I did it to get my lick back. But she did it to get her lick back over a situation that never happened. So how are you getting your lick back over something I never did? And from then, it was up and it was stuck. She was coming in, like I said, in the chats, threatening my daughter, just the little subs and stuff that they do about me. Yet and still, I did not say anything about Illis on a panel or anything else. I was going to tell Caddy, and I was telling we the people because when people come after Caddy, I was there. I was on every panel. I sat there with her. I held her hand. I put boxing gloves on for her. I was there. Anything that we the people in them did, I gladly supported them. I was there for them. However, she's not coming to my live. She went to one. She's not coming in my chat. She's not replaying my stuff. And I asked her as a friend, because we're supposed to be close, why are you doing this? That's when I found out that she was in this chat group with Illis, and I don't think Rosetta was in there. So I did feel some type of way because, Caddy, if you're my friend, why are you sitting with my ops? Caddy was mad at Kimmy. If I would have went over there and sat on Kimmy's panel, she would have cussed me out. But it's okay for you to sit with people who don't like me and hold conversations. And it's very hard for me to believe that you weren't talking about me with this person if they're talking about me. Caddy said, oh, you guys were talking about each other, but never once was I talking about them. I was telling people what they were doing to me. Rosetta has been lying to me. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Ellis is attacking me, I believe, because Rosetta was telling her things to make her attack me, because Rosetta's a puppet master. And Ellis is the type of person who's gonna run up there and do whatever. She stay on go. It's easy to manipulate her, and she doesn't realize that it's easy to manipulate you. All you gotta do is say one thing, and she's gonna be out there talking stuff, running off at the mouth, being loud and belligerent and ghetto. Sorry, but not sorry because it's the truth. At least your mic don't be working, baby. Your stuff drops. You get an echo. That's the only reason that you may have felt like I was talking over you, because when you go out of the conversation and come back in because your mic is messed up and I'm talking, you just hear me talking. So I did watch some of Manifest Live. I did, of course, I was there for Rich's Live. I was there for Trees Live, of course. But everyone is mad at me because I sent this screenshot to Rosetta. I sent the screenshot to Rosetta 2 months ago to keep Rosetta from jumping on Kai's panel because that's what they told me. She told me they were going to do. I never did talk to Illis about Kai's panel. No, I didn't. I only talked to Rosetta. I only sent one screenshot 2 months ago to Rosetta. Did I mess up? Yeah. I should have never gave Rosetta anything, but it was only to protect Caddy. It wasn't to get me and we the people in it. Now, coming up, why are you guys dropping a receipt from 2 months ago in a chat if you're not sharing it? If you drop it in a chat, there's a chance that other people in the chat are going to give this to people. She said Caddy never looks at her DMs. Caddy looks at her DMs. I know because she DMs me all the time. So that's how I know. And that's how, so when she got on, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm losing my train. When she got on to the panel at We the People, and I was up there and Rosetta was up there, she said that I was talking about her on a live. Even We the People and Caddy told her that did not happen. I was not talking about her. And she still continued with the narrative. We made a point to say, okay, we weren't going to talk about each other. Hey, Reese, we weren't going to get mad at each other. We weren't going to yell at each other. Which screenshots are you talking about? Oh, the ones that they supposedly dropped in the chat. Okay. Can you still hear me? Yeah, I don't. The screenshots is just some regular stuff. We the People actually read them on her live, and it was just us knowing about Caddy lying about that letter. She knew who sent it, and then she jumped on a live the next day and lied, like she didn't know who sent it, and it was just wrong. So that was what that was all about, but it was over 2 months ago. So on Mad Day, Rosetta gives it to Illis. And to me, they set Illis up. She gave it to Illis because she knew she had put in Illis' head a bunch of stuff about me. And she knew that Illis didn't like me from IO and them. So she gave it to her because everybody knows Illis loves to share all the receipts or anything that she has on anybody. She puts it out. So I feel as if when Illis dropped it in this chat, supposedly, because I didn't see it dropped in the chat. I do have the receipts though, because they're mine. But when she dropped it in the chat, she doesn't think that people may or may not put it back out there. And there's several places that she's given out this information. Now, if you put two and two together, if this happened 2 months ago and it only involves me, We the People, and Caddy, and not Illis or Rosetta, what reason would that screenshot be passed around other than to cause confusion between me, Rosetta, me, Caddy, and We the People? There's no reason for that. But also, it had a lot of personal information. Rosetta said she would have never shared that if she had read it. Rosetta lied. She read it because when you read it, it says read, and then we discussed it after the fact. But of course, I didn't record Rosetta like everybody keeps saying that I did, so I can't prove that. I do. I have screenshots. I do have voice clips of different things people have said to me, but never once has Illis ever really been able to tell me what I've done to her. So to attack me on a panel with Caddy shows your intent. Even when I apologized, she gave me her ass to kiss. When I tried to come and talk to her about it after the fact, she said she didn't want to talk with me and Caddy and we. Hey, Ben. Hey, honey. How you doing, babe? She said she didn't want to have the conversation. So after that is when she went on Mel's chat talking about my son. So at that point, there's no talking about it. I didn't want to talk about it. I needed to calm down. So a few months later, I mean a couple of months later, maybe a few weeks ago, that's when Danny Lynn did the peace treaty with us. And she apologized for talking stuff about my child. When I say talking stuff, putting out her mental health, talking about her with Rosetta, telling people all this type of stuff. So if you apologize and you're not going to do it again, that means you did it. She said, I'm sorry I did that to you, Lexi. And now she's on panels crying. Yeah, like I didn't do nothing, like she didn't do anything. So honestly, I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of Illis's motherfucking shit. Let me not curse like that. Excuse me, y'all. It was a steak. I'm tired of Illicit stuff. I'm tired of Rosetta's stuff. I didn't really want to out Rosetta. Trees just wasn't going to even say her name on it, but she said it because she was angry that Rosetta. Um, I wasn't trying to expose her like that, Mister Nobody. She came at me. So if you come at me, um, I have to I have to defend myself. I can't just sit on here because people want to villainize me for having receipts. I need to have receipts because y'all want to call me a liar. So if I'm a liar, then I need to be able to have receipts, okay? That way you can't call me a liar. But it's you're going to call me a liar anyway and a troublemaker anyway because what you're going to do is get the receipt, look at it, and disregard it. Even if it's proof, it shows everything that I'm saying, you're still going to disregard it and say that Lexi's lying, Lexi. But just think about this, you all. If I didn't have the receipts, what would have Rosetta and Illis, what narrative would they have painted all over these YouTube streets about me? Okay? Nobody would have understood. So, yeah, I keep receipts. I know to do that. And I learned that from the IHOP situation when they tried to set me up. Because if I wouldn't have had the receipts from IHOP, I would have been looked at as someone who was um, messing with kids or coming after children because that's what they tried to say I was doing, which is what they say about everybody because we all know they're extra slow. They didn't even have a little bus for them. They had to ride a tricycle. So we already know that at this point. So I just didn't want to be I just didn't delete anything. So when they get on Mad Day and start talking stuff, I just go through my archive of messages. Wait a minute, you did say that. You did say this. You did say that. Um, and I see the peace treaty was to keep you from talking about each other, not to be friends, and just don't fuck with each other. Yes, and she agreed to it, Danny. We weren't supposed to talk. I wasn't trying to be friends with her because I know she's not my friend. I'm not that slow to think that Illis is my friend when she ran up on a panel, her and Rosetta ran up on a panel and attacked me, saying that I was talking over her. I know you want to be the center of attention and you want everybody to focus on your story, but babe, we all watched that live and I was co hosting that day. So I could explain what happened. We didn't need you, but I wasn't blocking her out. Her mic kept going out. So the peace treaty was not for us to kumbaya by no means. It was just to keep down the fights. We didn't want to fight on live. We didn't because we're trying to get rid of KY and we're trying to get rid of the other unnecessary racist stuff that's going on in the channel. I mean, on the sector. But it was still the very day that we did the peace treaty disrespected me and Danny by going up there and instantly trying to start some beef. And it's like every time she says that she's not going to do this, she turns around and does it. Hi, Nessa girl. How you doing, babe? Thank you for being here. Okay, I want to let me take a little break, you guys, because my nerves are so bad. I'm going to breathe. So I want to tell you all, thank you. Thank you for coming here and supporting me. Thank you for being in my chat. Um, thank you for just being here for me. I appreciate you guys. Um, I respect you. If you have any questions, you're welcome to type them in the chat. I am looking at it as we're going through, so most definitely, yeah, most definitely you're willing to. I'll answer any questions that you have. I just want to clear my name because I want you guys to understand. I lost my son, okay, and I'm sorry if I get emotional. My son would have been 22, August the 7th. However, some racist police decided to unalive my child, and I'll never see him again. He never turned 21. He never got to go to a club. He never had any kids, and he missed his graduation. He died 2 days before his graduation. So with that, thank you, Danny Lynn. It's very hard to be attacked and talked about and all this for me right now. However, it is what it is. Hi, here for the tea. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not hiding anything. Anything I've ever said, I've always given receipts. And this is why they're mad that I have receipts. You say I'm exposing you, but how am I exposing you when you're saying I'm lying? So if you say I'm lying and I'm giving a receipt, it's not me exposing you, it's me protecting myself. If someone lied on you, hey, Yvette, baby, and said that you did some stuff that you know you didn't do, and you had a receipt for it, would you keep it and not show anybody? Or would you try to defend yourself and say, look, this didn't happen. I have a screenshot. I have a text message. I have this, this, and that. That is what you would do. I have several personal relationships. Well, I ain't going to say several. I have a couple of personal relationships here on YouTube. So no one can ever say I'm out bashing them or putting their information out because I'm not. So those are the people who know that I don't just sit around recording people trying to cause drama or anything. That's not what happened. Illis got mad at me because she thought I was talking over her on a panel when her device and her mic was messing up. And she began this vicious campaign about me and my children. She never comes at me. It's always about my kids. For someone to give me a reading and tell me that my child was in her house for 3 days, my deceased child was with her for 3 days, and to put an image in my head, try to put an image in my head that my son had been getting beat by the police was traumatic for me. Because now when you're saying this to me, because I'm kind of a visual person, I do, when you talk to me, if you say the book is yellow, I'm going to see a yellow book in my head. So when you're doing that, it's like you put, yes, please hit the like, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Daniel, do you have a wrench? I thought you had a wrench, huh? um Let me see. I don't know how to do this, y'all. Okay, okay. Daniel, do you have a wrench in here? I can't see with my little blind, so I don't know. And it doesn't tell me where I can put you, give you a wrench. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Uh, yeah, we got smoke, Ben, but it's because she wanted to smoke. But I replayed the live and I didn't understand if Rosetta could send screenshots to Illis. Why couldn't she send them directly to Kai? Rosetta know how to send screenshots. I feel like she sent it to Illis because she knows that Illis is a big mouth and that Illis is going to most definitely put it out there. And if it was supposed to be so private and you guys weren't trying to um, expose Caddy or we or me or get us into it, why would you drop it in a chat? I don't understand also how Illis couldn't have just gave it to Caddy if that what they were trying to do. But also, it's an old shot from 2 months ago. So why are you guys bringing this up now when you're mad? So if you put out that screenshot when you're mad, it was just to start a problem between me, we the people, and Caddy. So it wasn't just you here for the tea, it was everybody. We could see it. But also, if you notice, when they got on different panels, while they were on the panel, they would say both of them did this. Both of them. Both of them would say one thing, then they would turn around and say another thing. And if somebody questions them, they would, stutter and try to deflect from all the stuff that you and Illis, my boo, what happened, Lex? Okay, Ben, if you're gonna say Illis is your boo in my chat, I'm gonna kick you, baby. Sorry, honey. The thing that happened is Illis is going around trying to make it seem like I'm coming after her. And the thing with Coy, I never came after Illis about Coy. Illis is the one who told Rosetta and me and several other people that Coy had a crush and on her, and that I also believe was to throw a slight at me because everybody knows how I am about Koi and how Koi is about me. You send me a blackmail video where they're telling me, or extortion video, or whatever you want to call it, where you're saying that they're trying to insinuate that I'm a chomo. They got my son's baby picture when he was 18, 19 at the time. Why would you get his baby picture to try to make like I was doing something to him? They combined his baby pictures with some of the pictures that I have on Instagram and tried to make it seem like he was looking at me in my Instagram pictures, which, if they're on Instagram, there's no nudity or nothing X rated. So it was just, and she told me that that's what Jedi and Cleo sent her. Honestly, I'm going to tell y'all, with all the drama and the way that Illis has been acting, I don't believe that. I honestly now believe that Illis made that video, because in the video, it doesn't say that it was sent to anybody else. I don't see an email or anything. All I see is this video coming from Illis that she sent to me when I was still excessively traumatized about my child. And to me, it was to hurt me. You told me Corey was trying to hit on you. That was to hurt me. All of that was to try to hurt me while you got this so-called happy face on, like you like me. And we cool when we're in chats and everywhere else. So you guys have to understand, me and Illis were never friends, and I knew that. So I wasn't talking to Illis. I wasn't giving Illis any information. I wasn't backbiting Caddy and we with Illis. I never talked with Illis, and we didn't have those conversations. I talked to Rosetta because Rosetta at the time was one of my best friends. We were on the phone all the time. We talked about a lot of stuff. I did not know until the live that we the people did. I mean, I don't. It was Kai did, that she never liked me. I didn't know that. I didn't know that someone would never like you and call you 5 and 10 times a day. Rosetta also, has anyone asked Jedi and the other person about that video? No, Daddy Lynn, because I don't talk to those people. But I'm very curious to figure, and I know they're in the bushes probably somewhere in everybody's chat. But if you guys are in the bushes and you did not send that video to Illis, I mean, post it on your channel. It'll get to us some type of way. Um, and it's really bad, because if you know someone is hurting, um, if you know someone is traumatized, if you know that somebody is going through a lot, to give them a video. See, me, I'm the type of person like, okay, let's just say, I'm going to use you, Danny Lynn, for an example. If something happened to Danny Lynn's child and some random person on YouTube gave me a video in regards to that, I wouldn't have sent that to no trees. I wouldn't have gave that to nobody. I would have deleted that stuff and told them don't send me nothing like that no more. I wouldn't have even gave it to the person because I know it might hurt them. So why would I do that? But what Illis did was send it to trees, and in hopes that trees would put it out there. Because what other reason would you give it to her? It didn't have nothing to do with her. It was about me and my child. So why not just give it to me and ask me how I felt about it? So you guys have to understand, when people are trying to put stuff in your head, when they're in different chats saying your name and talking about you, when they're gossiping about your children, um, at this point, am I supposed to just sit there and let it continue to happen? I finally got fed up. This has been going on for over a year. I thought we had a peace treaty. She showed that we didn't. Even after the peace treaty and everything, and the screenshots and questions and all that, we were on We the Peoples. Um, she said that she was just gonna let it go, and then jumped right out of there and went on trips and started saying the exact same lie that I was talking about her on a panel with Trees. Initially, nobody ever said her name on any panel until they started spreading that rumor. So now you spreaded this rumor. So now you're out there. Yeah, now I'm gonna say something. Now I'm gonna talk my stuff. Now, I mean, and I got camera slips and everything on Illis with her ugly ass. You sitting up here talking stuff about me all the dang on time. All the time. And I'm just supposed to sit there and now I'm the bad guy because you're crying? Well, cry me a river, bitch. I don't care. What you need to do is quit talking about my fucking kids to different people. And Rosetta needs to quit feeding her that bullshit. Because then that makes Rosetta just as guilty as her. And I don't care. So at this point, when you all are talking about my kids, disrespecting me in different chats, coming at me all up on different panels, yelling at me, even though I'm apologizing and trying to be nice, I'm fed the fuck up. I'm done. I'm fed up. You're not going to keep continuing to run your mouth about me. Okay? You're not going to do it. And since you decided that that's what you wanted to do is have war instead of peace, let's get it. I don't care anymore. Keep my kids out of it. If you can't roast me, you're weak. You're weak. Come at me. You know, if you say I'm a bubblehead bitch or whatever the fuck you said about me, girl, you think I care? That's the problem. They know I don't care if they roast me. I ignore that shit. You want to know why? Because I know who I am. I'm secure in myself. You can't call me ugly. I don't care if you call me ugly 100 times a day. When I get up in that mirror, no matter what nobody thinks about me, I see a beautiful, strong, confident, independent woman. That's what I see. Every day, every night, every morning when I wake up, I tell myself, you're intelligent, you're a go getter. I affirm myself. I don't need nobody's help to tell me who I am, what I am, anything at all. So I don't. And I'm not scared of anybody either. So y'all can talk all that stuff, but it is what it is. You can go around and tell everybody what you want to say about me, but it does not make a difference. It doesn't matter. You cannot mess with my self esteem because I know who I am outside of YouTube. This is just YouTube. So if y'all guys want to villainize me, okay, I'm Lex Luger. I'll be the villain. If you want to say this about me, okay, I am whatever you say I am, babe. But it's not going to bother me because what you're trying to do is trigger an emotion. That's what you're trying to do. I'm not triggered, baby. I don't care. I don't care. So you can go in, run from this chat to that chat and say whatever you want to say about me. At the end of the day, people who really know me and love me are the people who count. And they know how I am. I'll help anybody. I'll encourage anybody. I'll be your friend. That's how I am. But you guys want to make me out to be this just messy mess starting. How am I trying to start some mess with a receipt that was from 2 months ago that I didn't even send out to no chat? So how is that me starting some mess right now? And like we said, she didn't listen to me. She didn't hear what I had to say. So she just went on a tangent. And she apologized to me for that. She apologized. You guys, when I was young, I went through a lot. So to be called a liar is a traumatic event for me. Okay, I'm not. Um, so when I come in and defend myself, this is why I defend myself. This is why I keep receipts and just don't delete everything out of my phone. Plus, I got a lot of storage. This is why, because if I had not had those receipts, what narrative would they have put out about me? Nesta, let me see what you're saying. It says, Lex, you keep saying that you heard that Kat doesn't like you and talked about you. Care to share who said that and what was said, or did I miss that video? Okay, yeah, okay. That was said to me not by one person, but by a couple of people that in confidence told me. So I'm not going to do that. But I can say this. We the people got on the panel and she said how Caddy was warning her, and Caddy, Rosetta, and Illis was warning her not to talk to me. I may record her. I took a screenshot of her face and all this and that. And I'm like, wait, hold up, when did this happen? So she fell back off of me. So that right there shows that Caddy was with them saying that. Meantime, in between time, every day Caddy is talking to me. I'm praying for her. She's sending me little positive memes, calling me best friend and all that. But you're telling people I'm sneaky. I send screenshots and to stay away from me. And you're telling we the people who we're all supposed to be in a friend group. So if you guys felt like that about me, why not say, Lex, come behind the scenes and no, Cat is not gonna admit it. However, we said it, and I do have all of our stuff on Instagram where she was sending me messages. I mean, it's not like it's a lie, where she was telling me that she loves me and that she cares about me and all that. So when I got on that panel the other day to hear not only one time, but for the fifth time that she doesn't like me, I was fed up. She hadn't been supporting me like she normally was. She told me we scheduled an interview. She said she couldn't make it, and then next thing you know, 5 minutes later, she was in a panel with Ellen Phantom's channel. I mean, or Vacay Bay's channel. One of those two. I'm not sure is one of those racist channels over there. Okay? So that is where that came from. And I just was like, okay, you tell me you love me, you talk to me all the time. I know the stuff that you're been going through, but you're steady telling people to stay away from me. I'm no good for them. I'm going to screenshot them. And then you're also sitting in chats and having private conversation with people that are my ops. So are you really my friend? No, you're not. And I'm not stupid enough to sit up here and let you gaslight me in my face and play in my face and just, oh, well, no, Caddy really likes me. No, you don't like me, girl. You don't like me. You know you've been telling people that and you know what you've been doing. You know what you've been doing. Because we the people clearly got up there and said that they were saying for me not to talk to her. It was Caddy, Illis, and Rosetta. But if you're my friend and I'm sending you these screenshots where Illis is shading me and I'm telling you Rosetta is lying to me and playing on my head, why would you sit with these people? That's what I'm confused about. This is what I don't understand. You guys, I don't know what happened to my renters, Danny. I have no idea, but it's nobody in here. I don't know what's going on with the StreamYard. I have no idea. Um, I don't understand it. I'm gonna drop my well you guys just support me, please. And I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm gonna drop my cash app if you guys would like to send me a donation or anything. It's not necessary at all. I'm not asking for anything, but if you just would like to show support so that I can pay for a better StreamYard so I can get more stuff out and do more content, then it would be greatly appreciated. I do appreciate you guys just for being here and supporting me in any way that you do. Um, I, you guys, I'm having a little problem. I know that. Okay, so this is my Cash App. I'm posting in the chat. If anyone is interested in helping out so I can do this StreamYard, and please everyone hit the like because I'm trying to get in the algorithm. I want to do different content. I will be showing more of me cooking, of my students, of the different things I do on my job. After all this is cleared up, because I'm ready for this to be over. Um, I'm ready for this to be over. I was excessively and extremely hurt by a lot of the stuff that was going on. However, the thing that broke my heart was just the fact that they sent that to we the people like I was backbiting her, which I wasn't. I was just really trying to stop Rosetta from going on Kai's panel and saying this stuff about her. And she also said she was sending stuff to Kai. So why are you sending stuff to Kai like that if you weren't trying to expose Kat? So I wasn't trying to expose Kat or come at Kat. We already knew this 2 months ago. So that's why I'm thank you, Nessa. And Nessa, this is hurtful to me. In my real life, people love me. Um, I have very good relationships. Um, when they're trying to spread a rumor about me saying I was dating a young man from Dollar General and like I'm a perv or something, and just doing all that type of stuff, they're trying to sully my reputation, and that's it. They know people may or may not trust me because I keep receipts. But did Rosetta tell me they were going on Kai's panel? Well, yes. Rosetta was like, she was telling me that they were Caddy was lying. She was trying to tell me that Caddy was lying and that Caddy had Stacy B, who I don't even know who that is, had Stacy B actually write the letter. And I was trying to tell her, no, that's not what happened. Caddy knows what happened. She knows her mom wrote the letter. She knows that for a fact. And I was just showing her that she knew and that she also got up there and lied again to us. So we're just not going to continue to perpetuate a lie. I wanted to say something about it, but I didn't know any of these people and what was going on. I don't even really know Kimmy. I never really watched Kimmy. So who am I to go expose somebody who's supposed to be my friend? We did try several times to get Caddy. Well, we the people tried several times to get Caddy to be honest, but she wouldn't. Um, because that would have helped her. So I did take accountability. Yes, I sent the screenshot to somebody who was a confidant, who was my good friend, someone I talked to every day. I didn't think that she would spread that around because I told her not to. I also didn't think that she would on Mad Day spread it around just to make somebody get mad at me. So you said all you need to make sure is you spend time with your real friends, family in real life. These internet relationships aren't safe and solid. Yeah, no, I spent, honey, me and my kids and my kids are my best friends. They are so lit. They're so smart. My daughter is 14. She's in the 10th grade. She's going to graduate when she's 16. She's an honor student. She a firecracker now. She hit on my nerves. Lord knows she's a teenager. But she's my best friend. My son is my best friend. My other daughter, she's my best friend. We have fun together. We do karaoke nights. We have family dinner every week. That's the stuff that's important to me. So let me see. It says, Marcia, you've been stating nothing but facts in the test. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard about you, Nancy girl. I heard you've been bringing the truth, baby. So, and I like people like you and Danny Lynn. Hi, Marsh girl. Thanks for coming. And different people who will be honest about the situation and things that are going on. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, a whole lot to me, because I just don't want to be, if I'm gonna be villainized for sending my good friend what I thought was something that she would keep in confidence, then that's fine. I apologize for it. I said that I was wrong for even giving it to her, but like I said, it was in defense of another friend to try to keep them from doing what they was gonna do. That was it. The problem I have with Kai, because I didn't have a problem with Kai. Kai, you better take my face off that fucking screenshot, bro, because I already sent a privacy complaint against you. Do not play with me. You didn't allow me to speak. You didn't allow anyone to speak for me, so I should not be in your thumbnail. I'm asking you to remove it, or you're going to get struck. I'm not playing. Okay, YouTube already sent me information. I'm already working with them. So if you continue to do this, your channel will get struck by me and also by Shannon because he's upset that his image is also on the screenshot when neither one of us were even allowed to um, say anything. Go ahead, Marsh. You can ask whatever you want, sweetheart. You can ask whatever you want, beautiful. You're welcome in here. And I'll answer any questions that any of you have because I don't really have a format for this per the usual. I'm just and I'm just talking and I'm just getting it out because um I have to get it out. So yeah. Go ahead, Mars. Ask your question, babe. Also, yeah, Rosetta is full of well, caca. Let's say caca. Because I listened to both of the lives. And if you listen, help me out with. Can you guys hear me? See, they can't hear me. I threw the mic down too here. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm trying to go out and come back in. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, it seems like. Okay, thank you guys. Did you guys hear me yell? Because my daughter's room is all the way on the other side of the house. And I had to go get her. Okay, so let's get back to it. Now let me go back to these comments. You guys, I'm working and working. I don't know. So you guys can hear me, correct? Hey, Marsh. Okay. All right. I can hear it. But y'all didn't hear me yelling. Oh yeah, I was yelling trying to get my baby. I'm like, away! But our house is around. She's around the corner, and then her room is in the back. And on my side of the house, um, you can't hear. You have to yell. We kind of need the intercom because you know how teenagers are. I think they just be doing stuff to not tell you. Okay, so let me go to Marsha's question. Okay, it says. Wait a minute, I know I just saw it. Okay, where is that, Marsh? I saw something you typed in the chat. You said Roro sent you the letter Cat sent to her and told you to keep it quiet because Cat didn't sign it yet. Is that why Rich is saying Cat was aware? I don't think that's why Rich was saying Cat was aware because if you look at the screenshots from that they're talking about that I gave on those screenshots, you'll see where Cat knew because it's the screenshot of We the People sending the We the People sent to Cat that said your mom wrote me this letter and she sent it. So that's how she knew. And I do have that because it came to me. But I do have a receipt where Rosetta sent me the letter to the court that Kat wrote saying that she didn't write the letter and someone impersonated her. So that's the letter that I was saying that I have. I have that. Rosetta sent it to me and told me to keep it quiet. She said there's no signature, there's no heading. So she just did not believe that Kat was taking accountability. Um, she didn't believe she sent it to the court. She didn't do any of that. So that's what I was talking about on that. Does anybody have any more questions for me? I haven't been on this live long, but well, I've been on here an hour, and my stomach is hurting. I need to eat. So Rosetta told me that she had been talking to Kai in the background, and they knew that Kat was lying, and that Stacy B is the one who wrote the letter for Kat. And I don't, like I said, I don't know who Stacy B is, and that Kai was going to do a live, and they were going to, and that they going to say that Caddy wrote the letter again. I was just trying to show Rosetta that Caddy did not write that letter. That was it. But honestly, I mean, I can't say that because even though her mother sent the information to We the People, I can't prove that that was her mother. I just feel like it's a little bit convenient, and I still feel like it's some doo doo in the Kool Aid. It just something just is not right with that. However, I don't have a dog in that fight, so I really don't care about what was really going on. I was just trying to cover myself when they were saying that I was sending this screenshot out and all that. No, I sent it to one person who I thought was my best friend, and because me and Rosetta had got excessively close. So when I found out she didn't like me and she started doing all this weird stuff, that's when I stopped dealing with Rosetta. Rosetta didn't stop talking to me. I sent her a message before the stuff came out about being a nurse. And I told her, I said, look, you lied to me about everything. I know you're not a nurse. I looked you up in all 50 states. The thing with a nursing license, if you put somebody's married name or maiden name, any name that they possess, any name that you have is attached to your social security number. So when you get a license, your social security number is the thing that identifies you. Even if your name was, if my name is Lex Robinson. Okay, let's go with Robinson. My name is Lex Robinson. I get married, it changes to Jackson. When you put in a nursing license, if I put in Robinson, it's going to show my license under Jackson. If I put in Jackson, it's going to show my license under Robinson. It's going to show you both names and all the licenses that are there. So she basically lied. So did Rosetta tell you that? Oh yeah, I already read that. So any more questions, you guys? It just was a bunch of lies, and it was led to take me out and make everyone hate me more and cover up all these secrets and stuff that's been going on. But I wanted to expose. I wanted to tell you guys about Rosetta a long time ago. Caddy and Wee told me just don't do it because I felt like she was scamming people. I felt bad when she dropped her cash app in Caddy's chat when I knew she was lying about driving and flying because you can't do it at the same time unless you split yourself in half. So of course, I knew she was lying about that, but I didn't know how much of it she was lying about. She said Rosetta said she never read the screenshot but had a copy of the letter. Okay, so that's a lie. She did No, she did read it because we discussed it after I sent it to her. And that is why she did not say anything about Stacy B and all that a long time ago, supposedly on Kai's panel. Now, I'm not privy to what her and Kai talked about, so that may all be a lie too. And since they're lying, I don't know if Kai even had any knowledge of that. But I am going to say, Kai, that's what you get because I have to show a receipt for everything. And you allowed Rosetta and them to get up on your panel with no receipts at all. So Rosetta knew. We talked about it. She lied about it. Period. It was all just a bunch of lies. And I just wanted to clear my name. Now, as far as like I said with Illis, for 1 minute she said, and Rosetta, they both contradicted themselves on the panel. I heard Rosetta say she did one thing, she sent it all at once, and then she only sent one at a time, and all this, and that on Manifest panel. But also, Illis got on We the People panel and said she wasn't talking about my kids. Then she said yeah, she was talking about my kids, but it was to get her lick back, and her lick back over a situation that never happened. So why are you trying to get your lick back when it never happened? So it was just a bunch of mess, and I just wanted to tell you all how I felt about it and to tell my own story. You know, I'm not asking you all to like me. I just want you to know how I felt about it and why I did the things and why I still do the same things that I do. If you're truly my friend, if I was really recording Rosetta and all of them, I would have so much stuff. I could just be dropping out. If I was just on here trying to cause a trouble, why wouldn't I have released that receipt? I didn't. I sent it only to the Rosetta 2 months ago. And when they got mad, they used it to try to come at me. And the situation is crazy, Danny. It really is because it didn't have to come to this. When we had the peace treaty, had it just been honored, that would have kept Illis out of everything. Now, the thing with Rosetta, that was going to happen anyway because you can't take people. Yeah, I know y'all spank Kai. I see. But I like I said, Kai he sympathized with Rosetta. He wanted to believe that that man hit her. But that's a lie. If that man was hitting Rosetta, she was trying to go to his house every day, calling him all the time. She wanted to hang out with him. I also was on the phone. I know he didn't hit her. I know for a fact he didn't hit her. Not that night. And she, being my best friend, we talking every day. If she tell me everything else, why wouldn't she tell me this man was domestically? doing what he's supposed to do, or doing, not supposed, doing what he did. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that he did it. I really don't. So with that, if anybody don't have any more questions, it's 1:11. I've been on here a little bit longer than an hour, and I appreciate you guys' support. If no one has any more questions, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes. I'm gonna close out this live because I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. Y'all, I ain't got no coffee or nothing. The lady, 3 times his age, he was being gentle with her, but as an interview, you got to be stern. Yeah, yeah, you can't be gentle with. How you gonna be gentle with somebody that's rough as Rosetta? She don't come off as no powder puff. She's like thorns and spikes. So I'm sure she could have handled it, but when she couldn't provide you with any receipts, because God said he didn't have any receipts, he just shouldn't have did that live. He just shouldn't have did that live. Until you had proof on what you were saying, you shouldn't have did it. And I'm most definitely going to strike that video if he don't take my picture off that thumbnail. I am already working on it with YouTube, and I will most definitely post the receipts on that if I have to. But I'm asking him to remove my picture out of the thumbnail. This is my way of asking you and giving you the opportunity to do the right thing, Kai. Remove my picture. You do not have permission to use my image, nor did I never give you permission. You stole that off of my video, and not only will I do a privacy complaint, I will also do a copyright complaint. And you don't need that on your channel. You need to be fair. And that's it. Hey, Angela. Aw, I know. And I'm about to, Angela, I had to go through all the stuff. So you're going to have to catch the replay, hon. Do you have any questions about this situation, real quick? And I love you, baby. Um, do you have any questions about the situation or what's going on? If you do, you can drop them real quick because I have a lot to do today. I have a lot to do. I just wanted to explain everything that was going on about how they're lying, playing in my face, trying to villainize me and make you guys hate me. Okay. Well, it's good to see all you guys. And I hope you all have one of the most wonderful days in life. I will be back. Not today, but I'll be back soon. Right now, um, yeah, you caught it. Yeah, you have to catch the replay, babe, because my phone going down anyway. So I just want to say thank you all. Thanks for your support. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for being objective and listening. And I'm going to say, have a good day. Bye, y'all.